simulates the DBZ experience much better than any other DBZ game I've ever seen. They capture the feel of the anime, the actual look, the over-the-shoulder look, the fast and frenetic fighting. When the characters power up, they actually transform, they alter their look, so you'll see an aesthetic difference to the characters, and they become more powerful.
In this Tenkaichi 2, we have the brand new story mode. This is very different from Tenkaichi 1. This story mode this time is kind of like an RPG. You can flying around on the earth. If you find a city, you can just go down and talk with the people, and then buy some items. 60 hours playtime we estimated, and also we have the 200 battle event in the story mode.
We doubled the amount of story mode basically. Before you would pick it was basically kind of like a slideshow. You'd pick, say, same one saga, then you'd go down, you'd play that. Well, now it's an actual 3D world, so you go and you fly around, you land on the ground. You actually get some RPG elements where you're talking to people, and they'll give you new power-ups, stuff like that. So the story mode's completely changed from the last time. So that in itself is just amazing. The environments are going to be highly destructible in this one. They were before, but you're going to want to actually kind of dodge in and out. You're going to want to use the environment as more of an offensive and defensive capability. So you're not just using your character. You want to throw them into a rock. It'll do more damage if the rock explodes onto them. Or maybe you want to hide behind a rock in order to have a blast miss you. So it's going to be very important, and you're definitely going to want to see how that looks.
One of the examples of the minigame, actually we have that in the story mode. Sometimes you have to run away from the very strong enemy, or sometimes you have to go after the enemy to beat them down.
In the last game, you would pick Goku as, say, Goku with dark hair. You would always be Goku with the dark hair when you're fighting, but now you can actually transform in the game on the fly, and you can pick which transformation you want as well. So you can go, straight to Super Saiyan 3 if you want to, just like they do in the show.
Not only just destroying the object in the battlefield, you can also destroy the planet itself with the sweet bomb or the supernova, which has a very, very huge power. If you hit it on the ground, you can destroy the planet, and that go switch to the dynamic.
They actually emulate the special moves that the characters do in Dragon Ball Z. So Goku does his Kamehameha. You actually do that with the controller, and it'll make the Kamehameha come out, or the Spirit Bomb, or special beam cannon. So it's really fun to watch people play. They control with their left hand, and then they attack with their right. And then when they do the special moves, they do different movements in order to make those come out. So it's really cool.
We have 70 characters. We're going to have 120 characters in total, which includes the other different forms, which is the most number in the fighting game.
The other exciting thing about the game, too, is the new tag battle. The fans really wanted to have teams of fights, so now you can have 2 and 2 versus 2 and 2, so you actually have like a 4-on-4 match. The other thing we have, too, for people that haven't actually seen Dragon Ball Z before, and they just look at the game and they want to play the game, which I'm hoping most people will because it looks so awesome, we have a encyclopedia as well in the game. It's called Dragon Library, and it will give you kind of a background story on each of the characters, and even go through the transformations as well, and you can see the artwork on them. So it'll help you kind of understand DBZ a little bit more if you're not familiar with it.